This is the end of the Trump administration. You guys are cooked. Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, all of yous, Mike Johnson, all of you guys are cooked. Y'all going to jail. Listen to me. China beat us. China beat us. Iran exposed us. You need me to put this shit together?
The Trump administration is saying that they had to act to protect the United States from the threat of nuclear weapons in Iran. Let's stipulate to the idea that Iran is actively trying to develop nuclear weapons that could be a threat to the region and to the rest of the world. What bothers me is that no case has been made as to why it had to happen right now and why the negotiations had to end. Because what I think happened is I think Trump, as a negotiating tactic, put a huge military presence into the Middle East and then put himself in a position where he ran out of time and then he had to act. And that is no way for us to send Americans into harm's way. And that is no way for us to create a situation where innocent people across the Middle East are going to lose their lives.
Greetings, my VPPN family. This is Bold Perspectives Network. I'm Mr. Red. I showed you the beginning because I wanted to set the tone for today's video. There are Americans who see this war for exactly what it is, and they are angry. No, they are outraged. They're outraged for a variety of reasons, but most of all, because they can see clearly that this war in Iran, and make no mistake about it, it is a war, that it didn't have to happen, and that you're putting American lives at risk, particularly our men and women in the armed forces who are going to be fighting a war, all because some other country been wanting to do this for the last 40 years. And so today I intend to go through some of the thoughts of those Americans, how they feel about what's happening right now, and why you should be concerned too. Thank you to everyone who has been rocking with this channel. We have actually started the new channel, and I have been creating more videos over there. So I apologize if you haven't been seeing as many videos here, and I have been leaving breadcrumbs for you all to be able to go over and subscribe to the new channel, where I'm putting out more videos over there. We have much to discuss. Let's strap in. Let's get after it.
What about the Ayatollah and the protesters? Bro, who are you lying to? Do you think that I believe you care about Iranian protesters? You believe that your government can sanction the murder of its own protesters. I know you don't give a shit about the Iranian people because my memory span goes back longer than 2 weeks. I remember 2015 when it was dead Syrian babies washing up on the beaches of the Mediterranean, and the country collectively went, nah, fuck them dirty brown Muslim people. It sucks that we're dropping bombs on your country, but it's not worth risking. One American life letting y'all in. We got this same energy during Afghanistan whenever Biden pulled all the shit out of Afghanistan. Everybody was like, oh, well, what about those poor Afghan people? Y'all don't even... Where were you whenever we killed 500,000 Iraqi and Afghan people across 20 fucking years? I know y'all don't give a shit because y'all forgot we were at war. By 2008, not one of y'all were waking up, getting in your car and thinking to yourself, man, I hope the war's going good today. It was not part of your day-to-day life. Your country was at war and you didn't even fucking think about it.
Watching people who know nothing of the horror that comes with this kind of violence. People who could not even imagine what it feels like in the pit of your stomach when you hear that one of your friends has been killed, or watching one of your best friends be ripped apart by high explosive. Watching people who have no idea what any of this looks like or feels like celebrate this disgusts me. Yeah. And then watching them turn around and tell us that these sacrifices are just what happens. We just need to be prepared for more casualties because that's what happens. It's not what fucking happens to them. Right. It's what happens to us.
My three things: Iran, cadet bone spurs, war. This illegitimate and fascist regime in Washington tore up a perfectly legitimate bipartisan nuclear agreement, apparently because a president of color made the deal. Now, the United States lacks any legitimate reason to assert its power over Iran, but with zero justification and fleeing Washington for the safety of Mar-a-Lago, felon Trump unilaterally declares war on Iran. Cadet Bone Spurs has our military scurrying around the world from one self-made crisis to another. The military knows how this ends, with their blood in the balance.
Now, I wanted to start off with that to prove a point. There are a bunch of people out there who are exactly outraged about this for the right reasons. But there are a number of people now, particularly MAGA, who is still rocking with Trump, even though this war is illegitimate because he has not made a case to the American people on why we should be doing this. And the explanations keep flipping from day to day. At one moment, we were preemptively going over there because we knew there was an imminent attack on our ally. It's not real. And then actually caused them to attack our interests. And then it's not real is going rogue at this point, doing what the hell they want to. And then the president of the United States gets on his Truth Social and says, we didn't do it. They're the ones doing it. Wait a minute. I thought you all were in control. I thought you all made the decisions around here. How are you letting it's not real drag you around? And anyone who doesn't see that is deluding themselves.
This video is for anybody putting their old uniform on from the military and saying things like, in case Washington, D.C. calls, I'm ready. Bro, you are not ready. You're what, 40 to 45 years old? You haven't sprinted in 15 to 20 years. If you had to go on a raid and kick a door in, you would dislocate your hip so violently, you'd be medevaced out of there. Speaking of medevacs, do you remember how to call a 9-line medevac in? I don't. Do you remember the phonetic alphabet? You had to call in on comms? You're like, Roger, Copenhagen, Budweiser. You don't remember. And also, let's be honest. You haven't had an electrolyte like in 10 years. You're going to be sitting in that Humvee. Do you remember how hot it gets in August? It's like 120 outside. And you're just in a sauna all day long driving around patrolling. Do you really want to do that? Go back to Facebook and posting memes while listening to Five Finger Death Punch and post memes like, whenever something goes bump in the night, I'm the guy who answers.
This man is absolutely correct. We have a bunch of keyboard warriors in this country who've been running their mouth. And I've even shown you on this channel before what happens when they go ahead and run their mouth, say the wrong things to the wrong people. They be getting their head rocked and clocked. And then you got guys talking about, I would go over there and do it. Well, then go. Sign up. Sign up to do it. Oh, wait, you can't sign up to do it because you're probably washed out. The people doing the most talking is the most washed out people. Or you're like Cadet Bone Spurs where you got a reason why you can't do it. Or you're not willing to send your own children over there to fight for this war because you know it's bullshit too. The people who are wringing their hands and doing a bunch of talking but not taking action, shut the hell up. Nobody's trying to listen to you.
So the U.S. just killed and wounded around 200 people in Pakistan, and all the Neanderthalic goons in the comments section are going to be like, they shouldn't have tried to storm the embassy. Well, we shouldn't have gone to war with Iran. And while all you dumbasses are cheering on American military exceptionalism against third world savages, your words, not mine, y'all can't even go to the doctor. You live in the only developed nation on earth that doesn't have universal health care. Soon you will not own anything, and every aspect of your life will be surveilled and paywalled by the ruling parasite class. While you cheer on the sinking of Iranian naval vessels, just know that you have more in common with those drowned sailors than you will ever have with the billionaire pedophiles running our government. So
there was a poll that came out that says that MAGA is still 100% behind the president with this war. They weren't initially. And then now somehow they're like, yeah, let's go over there and get those brown people. These people cannot understand and realize that we live in a global society now. And if you want American exceptionalism where we don't need anybody else, it's America first, realize that this country cannot survive that way because everybody else is doing global trade. Their societies are going to be doing better. Matter of fact, China has been making their society technologically move into the way of, Star Trek and all that stuff that people supposedly wanted. This futuristic society that made your life better and more convenient. It's not happening here. There is no type of construction of that happening in the United States because the idea was never for the United States to be that for you all.
We have some urgent news. Iran is now saying that they will teach the United States and Israel a lesson.
Hey, Iran, former Army soldier here. Teach them. Teach them. I've seen the casualties of war. None of it makes sense. It's not worth it. Most importantly, it totally disrupts the continuity of our lives, right? All we want to do is have health care, feel safe, good Wi-Fi, good food, and to be left alone, right? I'm not going to apologize for the actions. I don't speak on behalf of him. I don't like him. But whatever you need to do, please do it. Please liberate yourselves, and please send a message to America. Do whatever you need to do, Iran.
How the fuck can we take America back when these cocksuckers don't even fucking support us? Fuck these motherfuckers.
Getting angry is the right reaction because nothing is going as it should. This country is not operating as it should. And as much as people might have aught against Biden, and as much as people might have a problem with Kamala, the point is none of this would be happening right now had they been in charge. And what this regime is trying to bring about isn't trying to make America better. It's trying to make America that is controlled. This country has been compromised. And if you can't see that, then let everyone in these videos that have been talking, these ex-service members, these veterans, tell you. We're trying to tell you that this is not what we signed up for. We signed up, our oath was to protect the Constitution, not Donald Trump, against all enemies, not just the foreign ones that you don't like, that don't have the same skin color, that doesn't have the same religion, or in a country that you don't care about, that you want to exploit when you go on vacation. But if they come over here to this country, then they're all criminals. We also took an oath to protect against the domestic enemies, and that is any people that are doing harm against the Constitution. And this is why you see so many of us speaking out. Because the truth of the matter is the people that really need to get mad is everyone, not just people on the left or people who are independent like myself. No, everyone, even MAGA. Even the hats that MAGA wears on their head is made in China. And you would think that would make them mad too, but they don't. You are in a cult. And because of you, you have ushered in a new era of terror upon the American people. Hopefully, it's not too late.
Hey, breaking news. I want to share a clip and then tell you something. So what you're seeing there are missiles that left out of Iran. And for the person who recorded the video, you can hear the reaction of, my God. We have ushered in a new era of terror across the planet. Children are going to suffer. Many children are going to die. We already killed 100 and, what's the number now? Last time I checked, it was at 108 at an all-girls school in Iran. And now across the Middle East, innocent people are being struck because of a bunch of rich billionaire bureaucrats calling for regime changes. Some people on the side of the regime change, some others not. This is our Vietnam, everybody.
Stay vigilant, stay engaged, stay revolutionary.